here in the garage. We're working on the Iron Throne, guys. Okay, so I've got my cardboard template for what's going to be the crown of the chair that the swords will attach to, obviously, above from the seat and up. Especially I want that iconic arch that, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got all the measurements written on here. I've measured it corner to corner, across at the slimmest place, the widest place, because I just had to, you gotta just eyeball it sometimes. Like, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do this, but I am giving it hell. Valar Morghulis. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another big ass piece of cardboard, put it up under this one, and give myself some room around the edge, probably an inch and a half, I don't know. This is a great deal of eyeballing. I mean, you can measure it all you want to, but once you get used to using your box cutter, you actually get to where you're pretty good, like pretty accurate with it where you want it to be. Like, I'm not an artist. I cannot draw, cannot paint, but I feel like I can manage this. And so, okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up like an overall template, and I've had the foresight to make myself some templates and just measure everything as best as I can. I'm just using like a plain old kitchen chair. I know that you saw my husband put a base on there for me. He's still trying to finish up the wheels. I mean, it takes a lot of sorting cardboard, a lot of cutting swords of all different sizes, pommels, hilts, guards. I went and got online and found patterns for some of my favorite swords from Fantasy World. Godkiller, Wonder Woman's sword, Excalibur, the sword from Balian sword from Kingdom of Heaven. What else? Of course, the Mountainstein. I'm going to put Longclaw on here. I'm going to put the Princess Sword and the Master Sword from The Legend of Zelda. And I have a whole ass list of swords that I want to add to it, just to sort of personalize it to me. But I don't want to make 40 swords, and I only need like 8 of them, because on the back it's pretty much just like a basket weave type thing. Not exactly, but I'll show you. I got a model. I got a model from the Iron Throne from House of the Dragon. Thank you, Eliana. And a scale model of the Iron Throne as it sat on Game of Thrones. It's pretty awesome. I love it. But yeah, I've just written some like real specific directions on here so that there's no question, like left lower corner facing, attach, so that this is behind the back of where you push it up against the back of the kitchen chair. The back of the chair, I don't know. This cardboard will fit just over, you can see. Can you see? Like that, Anyway, it's like 19 inches across, 19 and a quarter, 24 to 24 this way. It's like 48 from this corner to this corner, 49 and a quarter, and then like 30 across. So, like I said, I'm just going to cut like a bigger template, and then, I don't know what's all about here. This is what I mean by templates. Like, and then I'll fill it in, one for the front, one for the back. They're very specifically labeled. This side facing forward is facing the seat of the Iron Throne. This should face the back of the Iron Throne, top right, top left. Just write yourself all the directions you need. Take all the time that you need, because I've literally been collecting, breaking down, and taking all the tape and making sure there's no gunky residue, no staples, no nothing for like 2.5, 3 years worth of cardboard boxes. I'm not even playing. It's taken so long. I have looked at picture after picture after picture of the Iron Throne, and I still fucking want it. So, I don't care if it takes me forever. I'm building myself an Iron Throne out of cardboard. I wish I had some groovy Valyrian steel, but I also don't have a dragon, which is probably a good thing, because we would just talk shit about everybody and burn shit down. That was dumb. Anyway, I do not have a dragon with which to forge an Iron Throne, even if I had Valyrian steel, which I don't. Anyway, my point is, even if it takes you a really long time, just do it. Okay, so templates, I expect to have to make a little more, you know, to sort of spread these out. I do have other swords cut, swords of all sizes, wide, not wide. I went online, I found some templates of just some plain, you know, swords from history to sort of, you know, to fill in that they don't need a lot of details. I do not have $1.4 million to throw down for one like somebody did. I'm so jealous. I know that auction was here in Texas. If you live in Texas, I would love to come and visit your Iron Throne. Please. Please. Thank you. I don't have an army to raise to go and take one. Don't have to worry about that. I swear if I ever hit the lottery, I'm going to buy one. Okay, but anyways, we got a lot done, but we still have a lot to go. Just going to take some patience and putting together and taking apart and putting together and taking apart and looking at the model and looking at the model and looking at the pictures and moving swords around and just making random, you know, little pieces to go in between. I've also made random, just like plain hilts and plain guards. I've made some fancy ones. We'll see. I don't know. Some of them I cut pieces to sort of smaller, to sort of inset things. Once I start putting it together, I'm going to be using a couple different kinds of tape. I've got some spray adhesive. I've got a couple different kinds of, you know, like glue. Also have some hot glue sticks. I'm not really sure what the best way is going to be to put it all together. But, I mean, I didn't want to go out and spend a bunch of money on supplies. That's why I've been, you know, collecting boxes and stuff, materials over the past little bit since I made up my mind that I was actually going to do this. Ugh. Okay, so, I want to show you the picture. I want to give you the dimensions. I will show you all the swords that I've cut. And there's still a ton of cardboard in there, so I would rather have too much than not enough. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I will show you the templates when I get done cutting everything, before I put everything together. Like, hopefully I'll have video of like putting it up, and I'm trying to take more video. I'm trying to do better, but I suck at this. I'm easily sidetracked. Adult ADHD. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. For the throne, guys. Alright, let's get it. I'm going to probably fast forward through a lot of just play it quicker, so let's see what happens. Fast forward. me show you guys what I did. See, it's 3 pieces. 1, 2, and then 3. And then you can just see like what you're going to need to sort of fill in the gaps. So I will trim this off and that off so that way I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of cardboard weight. So, Lordy, it's hot here in Texas. It's hot in Topeka. Hot in Topeka. Hot Topeka. Anybody else foster home for imaginary friends? Love you, Blue. Love you, Mac. Okay, I'm gonna clean this shit up and go take a shower before my love comes home. And we will see what happens.